Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par, and I'm back to playing Seablock. In the previous episode we did lots of things, kind of minor fixes here and there. The most important change was scaling of, slight scaling of solder build. We are now producing a little bit more solder. We could actually, I guess, compare it versus how it used to be before that, right? We used to be at 2.3 thousand solder, now we're at 3.6. It's not like super great amount, but it's enough to no longer have like huge, what is it? It's enough to, okay, it's not quite enough to no longer have shortages of solder, but you know, it's better. It's better. One thing that I don't quite like is that we also shot on copper plates and tin plates, which is very surprising now that I think about it, because how come we are short on copper plates? It means that we've been using a lot of copper for something. Okay, science could explain it. Kind of does explain it. We need lots of science, or lots of copper for science. Another thing that we did, we started producing some things in the mall, specifically like blue belts, blue this thing is loaders, and we started producing this item, our refinery, which is slowly being placed on the map, like on this side, because we want to use this to process like ore crystals, like these things. Right. What should we do today? Today. Let's figure out the problem with NAPHTHA, or partially start figuring it out. So the problem here is that, okay, now we have a different problem. The problem here used to be related to copper. We weren't getting enough copper. Now, we weren't getting enough NAPHTHA. Now we are getting enough NAPHTHA, but we don't have enough copper, and the copper is here. So what we actually want, we want to increase the throughput of the station. Maybe we should start with inserters, actually. So by improving the inserters, we should speed up copper unloading, and we could also speed up copper loading. That's an interesting idea. Let's try to do that. Let's produce inserters. Where could we do that? I think we could do here, potentially. Express inserter, express filter inserter. But the thing is, that's not enough. That's totally not enough, because what we need filter inserters will do that. But what we actually need, we need stack inserters. Where are our stack inserters? Here, there, and we are waiting on advanced solid casting. You know what? Let's cancel that. I don't like that. I don't like it. What I do want to do, I want to focus on this science. On the oil plants science. And the way our research is done, I'm actually not I'm not sure I like it. So the research usually takes how much? 400, right? Takes 400 of this science. So and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chests. Maybe we should have like each chest contain 5 of this. Because I don't want to enable and disable this process too often. I want one change of the research queue to be slightly more impactful. Right? We have been focusing on solder. This one. Let's resume this one. Or maybe before that, let's get stack inserters. Yes, let's get this ones first, and we can get back to continue on research solder. Nice. We did that. Now, what else is happening? We are short on the tin wire coils. Let's get back. Let's get there and take a look what's happening. Right, this part. It's I mean, we are producing them pretty much as quickly as we can. I don't think we can really speed this up. We could speed this up if we used a different process, like a different recipe with coolant. But we are not really doing that. Honestly, I'm surprised that we are short on this. We're going to red circuits. I'm really surprised that we are short on that. It's okay though. It's okay. Let's go here. And what we want to do today, we want to switch plastic methane from NAPHTHA, because we want to improve the situation with NAPHTHA a little bit. What's the idea of this build? Let's try to remember. So this is the build from here. We are from here. Right, from here. And we don't have this recipe yet. So we are not really using it. However, we want to produce NAPHTHA and we want to use 2 chemical plants here. Right now, NAPHTHA is just taken from over here and nothing is actually getting delivered. Right, that was, it was intentional. Now, we would like to have a better build for NAPHTHA and we want, what is this? This is not needed. I believe this is left over from when we were voiding this thing, the input, which is butane. We were voiding butane directly. Now we're actually extracting some residual gas and voiding the leftovers. We are voiding benzene, the one that we'll need for this plastic. So we are producing benzene here, so we have this part done. We are missing production from benzene phenol, for which we need yellow metal catalysts, and we don't really have platinum yet, right? And tungsten, we actually don't have both of this. So this will have to wait, we'll have to just void that, and it will give us a lot of plastic. Look at that, 225 compared to whatever else we are doing, like 75. Now, this part is NAPHTHA production, and it requires carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide comes from, well, we don't need to look where it comes from, because we have this block here, and we have this build giving us carbon dioxide. Right, we are getting it from carbon. And we are needing carbon here. Why? Right, we need carbon just to feed this thing. There is no other purpose for the carbon. What that means is that we can actually kind of copy this build, maybe starting with this part, and try to fit it somewhere here, right? So that's our NAPHTHA. And we'd like NAPHTHA to be available here. Could do it like this. Oh wait. Yes, this is NAPHTHA, this is NAPHTHA, because NAPHTHA should be consumed from this side. So we can remove this part. We will not need this one. And we'll be given NAPHTHA from right from here. To do that, we will need to deliver synthesis gas. And synthesis gas will come from here, right? So this is synthesis gas. Come from there. We could do something along these lines to deliver synthesis gas. Nice. Next thing that we'll need input of this not metals, ores for catalyst. Make it a bit more beautiful, I guess, like this. And how would we do that? That's the question. How would we do that? Wait, isn't this what we need? Let's check. What exactly do we need for NAPHTHA? For NAPHTHA? No, for NAPHTHA we need something different. For NAPHTHA... Wait. I'm confused. Why do we need the green one? Oh, we need green one for... Right here, we will need green and yellow one. For NAPHTHA we need red ones. So let's... Maybe I should switch this one to become red to feed NAPHTHA, and two others we can grab them from here somehow. Right, that's actually not... It's not such a bad of an idea. Let's do that. So this will be iron, and this will be copper. Right, that's what we want. Let's tell robots to take all of that. And we will bring that here. Like this. Nice. So it will be brought there. And what else do we need? Another thing that we need to produce a lot of carbon. Well, not a lot of carbon, we basically need this build to feed we need this build to feed carbon dioxide production. Right? It's carbon dioxide, isn't it? Sorry, monoxide, carbon monoxide. Let's do this. How can we do that? I think that's how it used to be. What if we flip it vertically and have a connection right there? I think this is better. Okay, so we will be producing carbon from charcoal. So we'll need charcoal source. We have charcoal extracted there. How can we send it over? Can we do it here? Or not? Right, I think we can try to do something right here. So we could get the thing going there. This will be our charcoal, right? This is charcoal. And the charcoal will come from here. And the way it will come from here, we will have these two belts. Right, that's... that is the way. We spaghettied charcoal right through. Right through. Now all of this will be connected, except for this one. We'll get connection here as well. We need a tiny thing here. We need... let's do this. We need purified water. Purified water, and purified water I think comes from the left side, probably. Let's take a look. No, left is saline water, right is purified water. So I can actually switch it like that. This will be purified water. We will need a clarifier for saline water right here, and we could add purple. And we will need to feed this build some water. Well, we don't actually need to do that, but just do something like this, maybe. Because I feel like we should have... oh, but where is the water coming from? It's not coming from anywhere, so I guess we'll have to do something. We'll have to get it from somewhere. Right, let's observe and try to understand what is happening here. We need to remove this ore, it's not needed. It will be picked up, and now we have good ore, exactly the one that we need for NAPHTHA. We'll have NAPHTHA production. Yeah, so this is our NAPHTHA production. Right. What I could also do... I'm not sure whether that's a good idea, but I could use this part to export excess NAPHTHA. How would that sound? To export excess NAPHTHA because... just because we can. We can do that, right? We totally can. Let's try and do that. Let's say we'll have a storage tank here, like a tiny one. We'll have an overflow valve. And let's just improve a little bit our NAPHTHA production while we can. Right? While it's not used by anything else, we can actually improve it a little bit, and we'll do that by merging these belts. Like this, yep. We'll need to clear all of that. Probably need to clear all of that as well from the bottles. And this part. And now the only question is, where do we feel... so we'll need barrels to export NAPHTHA. Where would we do that? I would say we can do it here. Right, we'll have... like barrels exported on that side. They will be filled up from here. Or even from there. No, from here, let's say from there. We will need to deliver bottles. Sorry, barrels, not bottles, barrels. Right, we are using barrels on NAPHTHA. And we'll have a splitter. Where do we have splitters? Get the splitter. We'll place it there. And it should work, I think. Just in case, let's Keep this one deleted. Maybe even this one. We'll also need to request some barrels, I think. Let's request a bit of barrels. Barrels. I guess we're requesting 100 of items. Yeah, seems to be the case. And this should start giving us some naphtha. Not a lot of it, mind you. Like not lots of naphtha will be here, but it should be enough to, you know, get us started. We need water to produce carbon monoxide. Let's double check that the ratios here are correct. So this part requires carbon monoxide, purified water. Okay, I'm not even gonna check it. 37 will be enough. And this one can be produced by... Wait, we don't need this much. Okay, we overbuilt a little bit on on carbon. It's okay. It is okay. Well, we also overbuilt on naphtha production actually. But it should be enough, right? It's actually good that we have some excess. We'll always have some excess, and it will always be exported. Well, it will be exported unless we have too much of it. And we need to add a connection to this belt. Alright, let's see. This one will be filling naphtha barrels. And we'll need naphtha delivered here, and it is getting delivered like that. What is this? I don't know. Some leftover from I don't even know from what. Right, plastic. Why are we not producing plastic? Because we don't have naphtha. Surprise, surprise. We have a lot of methane though. We don't have lots of plastic, and we could produce much more plastic here, I think. Ethane, we have ethane, we have methane. Methane... Actually, we don't have methane. We have a lot of ethane, and we need naphtha to consume ethane, which we should be getting now. But we should be... It's working? Oh, we are not getting purified water. Right. Set the recipe. This part is not particularly important. We're getting some naphtha. It will be sent over there at some point. It got to be. Right, here, what we want. We actually want barrels. Let's ask for barrels. Here are our barrels. We'll be sending them over there. I want to clear this part as well. Now with all of this cleared, we should... Like, this should work. We need one connection. We need to connect this and tell it that we don't want too many barrels of naphtha. Let's say standard amount, 2,500. Wait, interesting. How did we get barrels in there in the first place? Let's lower the threshold for a moment, like for 10, because I think we need to take all barrels from here. Okay, let's wait, and let's see what's gonna happen. We are waiting for the robot to bring this pipe. Why are robots so slow? I have lots of robots, but they are not moving quickly enough. Okay, where is the robot that is bringing us the pipe? Okay, it will happen at some point, that's fine. Let's take a look. What is this new train that's coming here? Okay, this is about plastic, and the other one also about plastic. So all the trains are just taking plastic. What about the train that's supposed to take the barrels? Are we like short on trains? Yes, I believe we were short on trains actually. I have only one available train. Okay, look at that. We'll collect all of these barrels. That's great. And once that happens, well, it's already happening, we can increase threshold to 150. No way. We missed a couple of barrels. Let's just take this from the warehouse. They're only in this warehouse. Let's just do that. We'll use a filter inserter. Okay, fast filter inserter, sure. We'll use provider chest. And we never finished clearing some other build. I think this one, right? We want to take tin plates from it. Oh, nice. This is looking good. So let's say we are taking tin plates from here and from here. We'll go back to this build. And yeah, we'll just take some barrels from there. And then we'll delete this chests. Now let's see what's happening. We are exporting some NAPHTHA. That's great. This is really good. Good stuff. We could make it a little bit... We could make it work a little bit faster. But honestly, it's okay as it is. We don't have to make it like super fast. If you look at our NAPHTHA, what actually happened with our NAPHTHA production. Fluids, right? We want to do it for fluids. So in the past, our NAPHTHA was around 3.2 thousand. And I'm not sure how much of it was actually exported. But now it's like 11,000. I'm not sure whether I should trust it or not. Right, I probably should trust it, to be honest. I probably should trust it, because this snap, it seems that it's just not working and we are not exporting it, which is a little bit strange, right? Why wouldn't we export NAPHTHA? It requires some synthesis gas, but we do have a lot of residual gas here, so oh, but it will never reach this spot because we are taking synthesis gas from there. When it's stuck on rubber, can we do anything here or not? Because when it's stuck on rubber, we have lots of butane, ethane, and not a lot of methane. But the point is that we have a lot of butane. Right, I don't want to mess up the proportions, because these two things are used up in exactly the same proportions. And NAPHTHA... Well, NAPHTHA doesn't consume them. It just needs synthesis gas. But it will not get synthesis gas It actually will. It will get synthesis gas because it will be produced by these things and it will be delivered directly here. You know what? I like the idea. I like the idea of exporting some naphtha here. Maybe we won't even need like a really dedicated place exporting giving us naphtha. We'll see. Let's upgrade this part. I don't see anything bad happening here if we were to also export naphtha on this part. Right, I want this one. And it will go... Well, we could make it actually go here. Wouldn't be like the greatest thing, but it's okay. And we will want to have... Well, actually, I think it's just easier to build it from scratch, like whatever we need built here. We'll just do it properly, from scratch here. Right, we are sending stuff over there. It will be delivered over there, and we need a couple of need a couple of splitters, right? We'll have a splitter here. We'll need an underground belt coming from here to there. And that is it, I think. That's it. Now we just wait a little bit. We request barrels. Empty barrels. Or empty barrels, we request them here. 100, should be enough. We'll send them here. We can actually apply the filter right now. Where is our block? Here it is. And apply the filter with barrels to the spot right now. So we'll get some barrels sent over. And one thing that we'll be missing is connection there. We could actually move it further by one. Nice. No, I don't want to do that. That is actually not needed. And now the only thing that we need to add something like that. Right, let's think. Right, we will add pipe here. We will add inline storage tank. Have inline storage tank. We'll add overflow valve. And another pipe, underground one. I believe that's it. Let's observe this build, but this should give us some extra source of naphtha. So we'll have some naphtha coming from here that doesn't hurt anything, some naphtha coming from here, and yeah. And we might actually not need to work on this spot, naphtha from synthesis gas. Maybe we will not need this block soon. Where is it? So, right, we wanted to redo this block. But it might actually not be a priority for us now that we figured out the solution to naphtha, because this wasn't really able to keep up, unfortunately, with our demand. What is happening? No station. Right, we don't have... What? Why we don't have not impulse barrel? That got to be wrong. Let's go there. We do not want to get alerts on these things, because this not impulse barrel is just a way to kind of get like something and to like process it if we have excess of nutrient pulp available in the network. But we shouldn't really need to consume it, because the station is producing nutrient pulp barrels. You can see it here, right? So we fixed the warning here. Let's take a look. This build is not looking that great. I think we are short on the thin copper wire, on the wires. Let's take a look. Actually, we are not. We're in a good shape. We don't have silver wires, which is unfortunate, but kind of understandable. We don't have lots of circuits, which I honestly don't get how that could be the case. We are running out of robite ore. Oh, and something happened with power. I'm not sure what's happening. Like, what exactly happened that we are suddenly chewing through the resources at such a speed? We are producing green circuits. This build seems to be running fine. I don't see issues with this. Red circuits. Let's take a look at this one. I mean, stuff is happening. I don't think we can actually speed this up to make it faster. I'm not sure we can. We are producing red circuits. We are kind of short on red circuits, actually. Blue circuits. We are not producing blue circuits because we do not have solder. We need even more solder. So it's a good thing that I have it scheduled for research, because that means that we'll be able to do that at some point. We'll be able to actually research the thing. Now, how? We don't have a lot of science, bioscience. Let's take a look. What's the problem? The problem is plant life samples. Right, that's okay. That's okay. We'll be asking only for access. Like, I don't want to increase this demand, because I don't want too many robots actually kind of stealing land plant life samples from this block. This block is needed in order to produce more and more of those. And as soon as we can make it produce the samples non-stop, it will be good. Because right now we see that this spot... Oh, wait. Oh, I copied it wrong. I see it now. Right. Right, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, one line. This stuff will be for this. And this will be for this. Okay, I basically broke the whole thing. Kind of by accident, a little bit. Now it should recover. I think. Yep, it got to recover. So now it will be able to process this gardens. Yeah, okay. My bad. But we fixed the problem. Next, let's get back to the NAPHTHA. To the block where we fixed NAPHTHA. We are, well, not where we fixed, but where we improved the situation with NAPHTHA. We are exporting overflow valve. We are sending NAPHTHA over here, and here we are trying to barrel it, but we are not getting empty. No. How come we are not getting empty barrels? I don't understand it. We are supposed to be getting empty barrels. Maybe there was like one bottle delivered here that broke the whole kind of process, and we need to add connection like that. So we need to tell that yes, we are fine with less than 2.5 thousand of NAPHTHA barrels. And this part is giving us NAPHTHA. That's good. So this build is working. Let's double check that NAPHTHA path doesn't require anything. We require synthesis gas. And we can get it from here, and this process just produces synthesis gas from nothing. So we are good. Basically, NAPHTHA part, the fact that we are exporting it, it bypasses all of this processes and these ones which do not mess up the balance between ethane and butane. Okay, let's wait to make sure that this part is actually working. It should be delivered any hour now. Should happen soon. I need to speed up my robots. But for that we need the science, right? We need pink science. I think we should just start producing it. I'm a bit worried that like we are again not exactly short on resources. We have the resources, but we are short on trains. Right, that's another thing. Let's start producing better trains. Where would we do that? We have train production here. Let's have better trains here. So locomotives, nice. And we'll get better cargo wagons. And I kind of want to have a lot of locomotives and lots of cargo wagons, to be honest. I want to have a lot of those. And now the trick will be to somehow upgrade all the trains. We'll need to figure out how to do it properly. Okay, we are producing locomotives, we will be producing... Right, we are producing wagons, that's good. Let's get back to NAPHTHA, to rubber block. This block is producing some NAPHTHA, and we are sending it in the barrels. Let's take a look at our NAPHTHA graph again. This is the graph, and we see a huge jump of NAPHTHA from like to 19,000 when we are lucky, and it used to be 2,500. If we look at NAPHTHA barrels, which might be more interesting actually. Wait. We cannot see how many NAPHTHA barrels we are producing. Okay, that's strange, but I guess it's okay. We see this path though, right? So from 3,000, we're able to reach 19. It's like 6 times more NAPHTHA. This one is working non-stop. It's supposed to be working non-stop actually. And this one is also pretty much working non-stop. We see this blinking once in a while. We have 1,400 NAPHTHA here. Here we have just 400 NAPHTHA. It's okay. It will get produced, it will be delivered somewhere. It's working great. We also almost have stack inserters. It's time to get back to this block and understand exactly what's happening. What we are missing? We are missing Sapphirite? Or is it Sterotite? Chunks. Kinda, that's a little bit strange. Why would we miss them? Let's make sure that the production is working correctly. So we are actually consuming crushed ore and we are sending stuff over there. So I feel like it looks good to me, to be honest. Looks good. We just cannot send this faster, I think. We could upgrade this to blue belt if we wanted to. I don't want to do it yet. I don't think this part can actually sustain more than 2 red belts. I think it was built with 2 red belts in mind, so the fact that the belts are like full, it could just have like some buffer or something. We could also double check blue signs and actually red-green signs that we improved a while ago. So we improved this one. No issues here. There are no issues. Blue signs. What's the problem with this one? It's working only like 50%. Even though we have everything. We have okay, 7.5. Let's say it's working like 7.5. This one. It's a little bit less. We need... What are we missing here? We're missing glass. But... Wait. How is this happening? We're supposed to send all glass to the right, I think. Right? To make sure this part never misses glass. And we are out of glass again. And out of copper. Where is our glass? Production. I lost it. Right, it's below. It's right here. Here's our glass. What's the problem with the glass? I don't see any problem. It just takes just a little bit slow production, but we cannot really speed this up, can we? I don't think we can. That's as much glass as we're gonna get. 42. Could increase the limit here. Let's do that. Let's say that we want the glass to be produced all the time, so we'll go to 100. We should have enough space for that, right? Because 100,000 glass is like what, 50 stacks? No, not 50. 500? Probably. Oh, math is hard. Anyway, we should have space for a little bit more glass. We will not be increasing the space for glass fiber, and we'll see how it works. The problem is that, like, why I'm doing that. 150 limit. It translates to 30,000 train, and the problem is that with 50,000 limit on an input, we have enough materials only for one train to be delivered at once. So it would be actually better to have slightly larger numbers, like at least 60,000. And by switching it to 100,000, I'm basically allowing 3 trains to be stored in here. So we'll be producing glass until we have three trains available to, like, for deliveries. And then once that happens, yeah, we should just be able to, to deliver everything. Right, let's get back to the build that we actually did today. Well, it's not a huge thing, right? We basically stopped requesting, well, we didn't request NAPHTHA, but we stopped processing NAPHTHA that we used to request on the stations, and instead we started producing NAPHTHA locally. And on top of that, we even added like kind of barreling pump in order to export it so that we can send it in case it's needed to be used by someone. We actually shot on NAPHTHA here. Right, because this part is using NAPHTHA to convert actually this one ethylene to plastic. So it's like exporting NAPHTHA once in a while. This part is doing the same thing, right? You can see it blinking. It also exports NAPHTHA that it gets through like exactly the same process. So now we don't really need to worry about this line, NAPHTHA from synthesis gas. It's good to have a dedicated block for that, but we don't have to, especially because we're planning on copying this block like a couple of times, like here and maybe here. So we'll have for more rubber. So maybe we don't actually need a dedicated block for NAPHTHA. It could be just byproduct of like, could be produced in lots of places instead, and we'll free up this area for something. Don't know yet for what exactly, but we could do it. Let's maybe not needed. Let's update. And let's also take a look at the sciences. So in the sciences we needed 15 NAPHTHA. Oh wow, and 6 barrels. Where are the barrels? We are asking for barrels right here. Let's remove these barrels. So we want 350 NAPHTHA per second. Which means that per minute we need, let's get a calculator. 350 times 60. We need 21,000 NAPHTHA per minute. And we already have, was it 19? Right, we already have 19. So we actually might not need a dedicated NAPHTHA production. We'll see. Alright. Let's stop the episode here. Thanks everyone for watching. This was episode 157. I can't believe we are this far into this series. And I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!